Hi all, in this video we are going to discuss what is Mason-Gain formula and also why we are using this formula. S.J. Mason is a name of scientist who developed the signal flow graph, and also he given one equation to find out the transfer function of a system or the overall gain of a system. For that we have to consider a system. Let R of S is the input of the system and C of S is the output of the system. Then we can find the transfer function of the system by finding out C of S by R of S, that is output by input, and is represented as T of S. Then the overall gain of a system T, that is equal to 1 by delta into summation over K Pk into del K. And this is the Mason-Gain formula, and this equation we are using to find out the transfer function or the overall gain of a system, where the T, that is the overall gain, and also T of S both are equal. That means the overall gain is equal to the transfer function of the system. Now we can familiarize the terms which are used in our equation. First one is K that denote the number of forward paths. The next term is Pk. Pk is that the forward path gain of the kth forward path. That means if you consider a path, forward path is anything like that first path, second path, like that is the kth path, and the gain of that path is represented by Pk. The next one is delta. Delta, that is an equation and is given as 1 minus sum of individual loop gains plus sum of two non-touching loop gains minus sum of three non-touching loop gains, and etc. And this goes on and is depending upon the system we are using. The next term is delta K, and it's also an equation and is given as 1 minus loop gain which are not touching the kth forward path. We are considering a path, kth path, and a loop that is not touching the kth forward path, and the gain of that loop we are considering in delta K. I will take an example and I will show you how to calculate the transfer function when the signal flow graph is given. For example, if you have a signal flow graph like this, in the signal flow graph, R of S that represents the input of the system, C of S that represents the output of the system, and each path that contain a path gain that is represented as 1, G1, G2 minus H1, that is etc. And by using this signal flow graph, we have to find the transfer function of the system. Firstly, we have to find the number of forward paths present in the signal flow graph. By looking this signal flow graph, we will find that there is only one forward path is present there, that is connecting the input and output. And what is mean by this forward path is that is a path that connecting input and output, and it is without crossing any node more than once. That means the forward path that doesn't contain any loops in this forward path. So the number of forward path in the signal flow graph is 1. That is, the number of forward path is equal to 1. Now we have to find the forward path gain of the forward path. That is, the forward path gain is represented by Pk. We have only one forward path, so we use to represent this forward path gain as P1 because we have only one forward path. And we can calculate the forward path gain as multiplying the individual gains. That is, the forward path gain at P1 that is equal to 1 into G1 into G2 into 1. That means P1 is equal to G1 into G2. And I will written P1 as G1 into G2. Now we have to calculate delta, and the equation for delta is given as 1 minus sum of individual loop gains plus sum of 2 non-touching loop gains minus sum of 3 non-touching loop gains and etc. First of all, we have to find the number of individual loop gains. And by looking at the signal flow graph, we can find the number of loops present in the signal flow graph. That is, the first loop is this, that is this loop. That's the loop gain of this loop is 1 into minus h1, that is minus h1. This loop is represented as L1. The next loop is this loop, the second loop, and this loop gain is 1 into g1 into minus h2, that is minus g1 into h2, and this loop gain is represented as L2. The third loop is this loop, and its loop gain is 1 into minus h3, that is minus h3. So this loop gain is represented as L3. The first one is L1, and the loop gain L1 is equal to minus h1, and the loop gain L2, that is equal to minus g1 into h2, and the loop gain, third loop gain, the L3, that is equal to minus h3. And we can see, and I summarized in the next slide, the number of individual loops are 3, and L1 is the first loop gain, L2 is the second loop gain, and L3 is the third loop gain. After finding the individual loop gains, we have to find sum of 2 non-touching loop gains and sum of 3 non-touching loop gains for to find the delta. So we have to find how many numbers of 2 non-touching loops are here. By checking their signal flow graph, we can find this loop, that is L1, and this loop L3 are non-touching. That means these two loops are non-touching. So the non-touching loop gains we can calculate it by multiplying the loop gains of the individual loops. That is, we can represent this two non-touching loop gain as L1 into L3, because we are using this loop as L1 and this loop as L3. So we are multiplying to calculate the two non-touching loop gains. So L1 and L3, that is equal to minus h1 and minus h3. So two non-touching loop gains, that is represented as L1 into L3, and that is equal to h1 into h3, because we are multiplying this to 1, minus h1 into minus h3, that is equal to h1 into h3. That is the first two non-touching loop gains. The second non-touching loop gains are this and this, that is L2 and L3, and the loop gain of these two non-touching loops are that is L2 is minus g1 into h2, L3 is minus h3, and multiplying both two, we will get the two non-touching loop gains, that is L2 into L3, that is equal to minus g h2 into minus h3, that is L2 into L3, that is equal to g1 h2 h3. And this is summarized in the next slide, and we can see that the total number of two non-touching loops, that is equal to 2, and thus the two non-touching loops are L1 into L3, and the next one is L2 into L3, and their loop gains are also given. Is there any other pair of non-touching loops are present in the signal flow graph? No, because there is only 2. Then there is any other 3 non-touching loops are present? Is also no, because the total number of loops present in this system, that itself is 3, and in that 3, 2 loops are touching each other. So definitely we can say that there is no 3 touching loops present in this signal flow graph. So we can stop this calculating delta here, that we have only sum of individual loop gains and sum of two non-touching loop gains. We don't have the term sum of 3 non-touching loop gains because we don't have a 3 non-touching loops in the signal flow graph. Now I am going to substitute all the values to delta, that is 1 minus sum of individual loop gains. So 1 minus sum of individual loop gains, that is these 3 loop gains. So we have to add as minus h1 minus g1 h2 and minus h3, and plus sum of the non-touching loop gains, that is this 2. We also add this to this to the delta equation, that is h1 h3 plus g1 h2 h3. So the delta value is given as 1 minus sum of individual loop gains, that is minus h1 minus g1 h2 and minus h3, plus sum of two non-touching loop gains, that is h1 h3 plus g1 h2 h3. So by multiplying minus into minus, this will be get positive, that is 1 plus h1 plus g1 h2 plus h3 plus h1 h3 plus g1 h2 h3. Now you have to calculate the value of delta k. Delta k is nothing but delta 1, delta 2, delta 3 and etc. delta k. But in this case, the value of k, that is equal to 1, that is the number of forward paths. So we have only one delta value, that is delta 1, and the delta 1 is calculated as 1 minus loop gains which are non-touching the kth forward path. So we have, I already mentioned, we have only one forward path. So we have to find the loops which are not touching this forward path. So we can go to the signal flow graph. So this is our forward path. There is no loops which is touching this forward path. So there is no loop is touching this forward path. So there is no loop gain also. So there is no loop and loop gain is also 0. Loop is 0, loop gain is also 0. So we can calculate delta 1 from this equation as delta 1 is equal to 1 minus loop gain is 0. So 1 minus 0, that is delta 1 is equal to 1. Now I am going to substitute all the values to the Mason gain formula, and is given as overall gain T, that is equal to 1 by delta into summation over k pk into delta k. In this case, the k that is equal to the value of k, that is equal to 1. So we don't need any summation because we have only one value. That the equation we can rewritten as 1 by delta into p1 into delta 1. So the overall gain, that is given g1 into g2 divided by 1 plus h1 plus g2 h2 plus h3 plus h1 h3 plus g1 h2 h3. That is the p1 delta 1 is this, and 1 by delta is this term. The complete term, this complete term is 1 by delta. This is the value of delta. And thank you.